everyone. Welcome to this emergency response training course. I am Guojing, the main lecturer today, and I am very honored to discuss and learn with you about an important emergency that may be encountered during flight: the disposal of panel fire. Although modern aircraft design has adopted a variety of fire prevention and extinguishing measures, but in the face of sudden onboard panel fire, the crew and passengers need to keep calm, respond quickly and accurately to minimize losses and ensure personnel safety. Today, we will through theoretical explanation, real case analysis and scenario exercise to understand and master the fire treatment of wallboard. Now, let's officially start this rich and important learning journey. So what are the characteristics of aircraft panel fire under normal circumstances? Great hazard. Threat to life safety. During the course of flight, the space of the aircraft is relatively closed. The fire of the wall panel will quickly release toxic smoke and high temperature, which seriously threatens the life safety of passengers and crew. Impact on flight safety. Fire may damage the structural integrity of the aircraft, affect the aerodynamic performance and maneuverability of the aircraft, and cause major hidden dangers to flight safety. For example, a panel fire may cause pressure imbalance in the cabin, affecting the stability of the aircraft. Rapid spread. There are a lot of flammable materials inside the aircraft. Most of the interior decoration, seats and carpets of the aircraft are flammable materials. Once the panel on fire, the fire will easily spread to the surrounding articles. Ventilation systems accelerate fire spread. Airplane ventilation systems allow air to flow quickly inside the cabin, which can quickly spread flames and smoke to other areas, making it more difficult to extinguish the fire. Imperceptibility. Small fire at initial stage. The fire may be small at initial stage of panel fire, which is not easy to be detected. Especially during the flight, passengers and crew may ignore the initial signs of fire due to noise, vibration and other factors. Hidden position. There may be wires, pipes and other facilities inside the panel, and the ignition point may be hidden behind the wall panel, which is difficult to directly observe, which brings difficulties to timely discovery and fire extinguishing. Fire extinguishing difficulty. Space limitation. The space in the aircraft cabin is narrow, and the operation of fire extinguishing equipment is limited to some extent. At the same time, personnel evacuation will also affect the firefighting work. Special environment. When flying at high altitude, the air pressure is low and oxygen is thin, which affects the performance and fire extinguishing effect of fire extinguishing equipment. Moreover, the aircraft cannot open the door to extinguish fire at will during flight, which further increases the difficulty of extinguishing fire. Aircraft panel fire has the following serious hazards: threats to personnel security, life danger. The space in the cabin of the aircraft is relatively closed, and the fire of the wallboard will quickly produce high temperature and toxic smoke. High temperature may cause burns, while toxic fumes may cause breathing difficulties, poisoning, or even loss of consciousness, seriously threatening the lives of passengers and crew. Panic and chaos. Fire will cause panic among passengers, which may lead to chaos, such as crowding and pushing, and increase the risk of injury. In the chaos, people may not be able to Follow the instructions of the crew, further affecting evacuation and rescue efforts. Damage to aircraft structure and equipment. Structural damage, a panel fire may destroy the structural integrity of the aircraft and affect the strength and stability of the aircraft. For example, high temperatures may deform and melt the siding, destroy the pressure seal in the cabin, and cause the pressure imbalance in the cabin, affecting the flight performance of the aircraft. Equipment failure. Fire may damage various equipment on the aircraft, such as electrical systems, communication systems, navigation systems, etc. The failure of these devices can cause the aircraft to lose control and be unable to fly normally. The impact on flight safety. Reduced flight performance. A panel fire will change the aerodynamic shape of the aircraft, increase air resistance, and reduce the lift and speed of the aircraft. At the same time, the fire may cause the aircraft's center of gravity changing, affecting the aircraft's balance and maneuverability. Emergency landing risk. If the panel fire cannot be controlled in time, the captain may need to make an emergency landing. During emergency landing, the aircraft faces greater risks, such as insufficient runway length, bad weather, etc., which may cause the plane to crash. Economic losses and social impacts. Economic loss. In-flight siding fire will bring huge economic loss to airlines. Not only does it have to bear the cost of repairing and replacing the aircraft, but it may also face compensation claims from passengers. In addition, fire incidents can affect the reputation of airlines, resulting in reduced traffic. Social impact. The incident of onboard wall panel fire will arouse widespread concern of the society and have a negative impact on aviation safety. Public confidence in aviation safety may be undermined, affecting the development of the aviation industry as a whole. Disposals of panel fire procedures. Adjust the nearby passengers to the safe area, report to the captain, and turn off the power supply in this area. Take out the fire axe from the cockpit and wear PPE. When there is smoke, touch the hottest place with your hands and cut out a small hole to insert the fire extinguisher nozzle. Use the Halon fire extinguisher. Prepare another bottle of Halon extinguisher. Touch it after 10 minutes. If it is still hot, continue to extinguish the fire, according to the above method. Situational simulation. Through the students have just learned the disposal procedures of aircraft panel fire, let's conduct a situation simulation. When the plane entered the flat state, stewards were in the cabin to provide catering services for passengers. Suddenly a passenger shouted, "36th row of panel is on fire. What should we do with it?"
Hello, why is there a fire here?
I'll put out the fire, you go report it.
Okay. Sir, for your safety, we need to adjust your position. Please follow me.
Pull out the safety pin. Aim at the base of the flame. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 10. The fire is out. Confirming no possibility of reignition. Does anyone need assistance? Does anyone need assistance? Does anyone need assistance? Reporting to the purser. No casualties in the front cabin, no damage to the fuselage. No fire hazards, and all wing exits are in good condition. Report ends.
Captain, a fire has been detected at the first row bulkhead in the economy class. Requesting permission to use the life-saving axe. Attention all flight crew. A fire has occurred at the right side bulkhead of the first row in the economy class. Please bring the remaining fire extinguishers and calm the passengers. Captain. The fire is under control. It's a small fire with minimal black smoke. Report ends. Captain. Fire has been extinguished. Please have flight attendants at all stations check the safety conditions in their respective areas. Captain. After the incident, there were no passenger casualties, no damage to the aircraft body, no safety hazards, and the cabin order has basically returned to normal. Dear passengers, I apologize for any inconvenience. But due to special circumstances, we need to reassign the seats. For your safety, please follow the instructions of our staff. Thank you for your patience and cooperation. Please stay calm. We are taking emergency measures. We are professionally trained flight attendants. Please trust us, we will do our utmost to ensure everyone's safety. Reporting to the purser, no casualties in the front cabin. No damage to the fuselage. No fire hazards. And all wing exits are in good condition. Report ends.
In this course, students have done a good job through the fire treatment procedure of panel fire on the situation simulator, but I need to emphasize the following points here. When a fire is found on the panel, the cabin crew members shall quickly set up a 3-person fire extinguishing team, which can be divided into firefighter, communicator, and helper according to their work. Immediately help passengers to change seats to ensure passengers' safety, but note that large-scale longitudinal movement is not allowed. Remove inflammable and explosive articles nearby. During the evacuation, remind the passengers to cover their mouth and nose with a wet towel and move forward in a low posture to avoid inhaling toxic smoke. I also hope that you can apply the knowledge you have learned today to practical work, improve your ability to deal with aircraft panel fire, and contribute your strength to onboard aviation safety. Thank you all.